Hello guys, and welcome once again to Savannah Essence. So I bought these beautiful colors or micas from Kikuu, which is another Chinese shop similar to Aliexpress, and I decided to use them to make soap so that you guys would have an idea or a feel of how they'll look in case you would want to purchase. If you are new here or you've been here for some time, you know that usually I use natural botanicals as colorants instead of using micas. But look at these, they are so beautiful. They come in a variety of colors. And also I get a lot of questions from people about where I buy my supplies, especially people from Ghana. So I decided to make this purchase just to show you guys. Most of the colors are very shimmery like this. They are not matte. I think there are a few, maybe 2 or 3 matte colors. Most of them are very shimmery, and there are in total 18 of them, and I think one is 6 Ghana cedis. That's an equivalent of $1. Yeah, that's a very beautiful pink color. So one of this is $1. So 18 of them is about $18. So it's not expensive, and so I said, why not buy these things and then use them in soap, so that people who are starting out, who might be interested in buying these colors to make designs and stuff, might look into it, and if it's a good option for you, you would want to invest in this. Now I bought this from Kikuu. Kikuu is an app that you can download just like Aliexpress and any of these other shopping sites, and you can place your order, make your payments, and your items will be shipped to you. For those of us in Ghana, it takes like 3 weeks, and it's usually better. The waiting time is better than Aliexpress. So I bought this 18 pieces, and then I bought these 4 shades of blue as well from a different supplier. And I contacted the suppliers individually just to be sure that these are soap safe, and they all said that they are good to use in soap. And these colors are very beautiful. I've always wanted to try something blue related, and so I said, you know what, let me add these blue colors to this this purchase as well, and then we can try these out. So I'm going to make a soap with these blue colors. So let's get started. So we all know the drill by now. Prep your oils, prep your lye, your water, and then start your soap making. These days I like to prep my lyes ahead of time, so I do it a day before the actual soap making period, so it cools down instead of using ice cubes, because usually it's not all the time that I'll get ice cubes. So this way it gives me a lot of room to work. And I'm using one of my favorite recipes that I like to use, especially when I want a very fluid butter. So this is olive oil pomace. So it's a 40-30-30 ratio. They're just basically 3 oils: olive oil, pomace, shea butter, and coconut oil. Simple recipe: 40 olive oil, 30 shea butter, 30 coconut oil, and it gives you a very fluid butter you can work with for quite some time before it thickens up. And I really like this for myself. This soap is for myself. If I feel like selling it, I'll put it on the website. If not, it's just my own soap. And it's also 8% super fats. So I'm not going to share this recipe. I am telling you the ratio of the oils, and I'm telling you the super fats, so that you can pick these things and go and put it in your own soap calc and generate your recipe. Whichever size you want to try out, that's fine, because I think that's the best way we can all learn. There's a video that I made on how to use soap calc. That is an excellent place to start. So instead of picking recipes that we post here and trying your hands on, I'd highly recommend you start experimenting with your own recipes. So from now onwards, unless I really need to put a recipe there, I will not. I'll tell you the oil ratios, I'll tell you the super fats, and you can use that information and go and put it in soap calc and generate your own recipe. Okay, all right. So I'm prepping my colors now. Usually a lot of soapers use the 1 pound of 1 teaspoon per pound of oil for micas. So if you have a pound of oil, then you can use 1 teaspoon for that. For those of us who are familiar with, I don't know whether ours is the metric system or is the other way around, we use kilograms, so I use a lot of kilograms and grams here. So I like to use 2 tablespoons per pound of oil, or you can eyeball it, but here we don't eyeball. So I'm just using one spoonful of my measuring spoon for this particular soap, because I'm trying out the powders. I don't really know what works and what doesn't work, so I'm just going to try it out and see, and then in future I'll make recommendations. So I'll make recommendations towards the end of the video as to how to use the colorants, what to use and what not to use. So we are about to start our soap making. We just poured in our live water into our oils. We are mixing it. You have this simple fluid butter, and then I'm going to divide them evenly amongst each of the colorants, and then start prepping to actually make whichever soap design my heart desires. So let's get going. So I'm going to use I didn't prep the last powder or the last colorants, so I'm going to prep that as well, and then use that for this other butter. And I really like this blue color. It's very beautiful. I don't know shades of color, so I'm not even going to try at this point. Royal blue, turquoise blue, sea blue, I don't know the difference. So it's either deep blue or light blue for me. So like I said about the fluid butter, you need to do this. If you're a beginner and you're going to try something like this using a variety of colors, I would really advise you use your lye at a very cool temperature. Make sure that you don't just dissolve your lye, and once it's dissolved you start making your soap, especially if you are in Ghana. Our climate is extremely hot. Your soap will thicken up too fast on you. You will not be able to do any of these things, okay? So I'm using one of these fragrance that I got from Nature's Soap. I've forgotten the name of it. I'll look for it. And it says that it doesn't accelerate, and so that's my first time I'm using it, so I'm going to see if that's true. And so I'll pour in a bit of it. I'm eyeballing the fragrance at this point. I don't know the quantities I'm putting in each of them. So I'm moving from a light shade to a deeper shade, so that it doesn't really make any significant difference. So like I was saying, Kikuu is an app just like Aliexpress. I don't know why I opted for Kikuu, but Aliexpress, the waiting time is so long. Sometimes you can wait for over a month for just an item, and this is not something really I'm passionate. It's not something I'm really looking forward to doing, or I'm going to be doing consistently here, and so I didn't want to wait for that long for something like that. So basically that is it. So I wanted to pour in, but I realized that my butter is still very fluid and still very light, and it hadn't even reached the trace, so I had to still blend them just to get them to thicken up, so I could make the kind of design that I had in mind. At this point, I still didn't know the kind of design I was going to make. I just wanted to play around and see. And so when I was stick blending, then I had an idea about, you know, starting with the deeper shades of blue and then adding, doing an in the pot swirl with the other butter that I haven't added the colorants to it in one of the colors, and just giving that white and blue contrast, so it's not an entirely blue soap. So that's, I think that's the final design I decided to go with. And so they will be layered, but I will do an in the pot swirl with one of the, with two of the colors. So two will not have that, and then two will. I'm just hoping that it turns out nice at this point. So yep. So like I said, this, I'm layering it, so I'm ensuring I'm pouring to the side so that it doesn't it just lies on top of the other soap and it doesn't go down to create a different design, because I want to layer them. So if you are new to this channel, welcome to Savannah Essence. Here we make handmade products. So we make soaps, lotions, body creams. We'll start making serums, we'll do scrubs, we'll do hair contents. So it's basically skincare, hair care, a little bit of entrepreneurship here and there once in a while, but it's been a while since I did that. Maybe I'll get into that very soon. So if you like this, kindly subscribe and like our content. We really appreciate it if you do that. We thank you for stopping by. If you're old here, I'm guessing you've watched a couple of our videos and you like them, well, so that's why you keep coming back, I guess. So we would also appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up. Just, you know, comment in the comment section that you know appreciate the little that we are doing, or if you enjoy any of our videos. If you have any advice for us, we'd appreciate it. And we will really like it if you subscribe to our channel. Okay, we have a website, www.savannahessence.com. We sell carrier oils, organic powders. We produce our own shea butter. We sell cocoa butter as well. So if you want to purchase any of those, you can visit our website. You can check us out Instagram and on Facebook. It's at Savannah Essence on all platforms. And then let us know what you think. That's our business at this point. So let's get back to our soap making. So the blue thickened up quite fast, so when I poured in the last bit of the butter, it didn't mix evenly, so I had to, you can see the blue is thick and the other one isn't so thick, but I like this. So this was our final pour, and I particularly like this recipe because I can play around with it for as long as I want, unless of course the fragrance starts to mess with me. But apart from that, it's easy going, and then everything seems to be fine. So I'll do a little bit of a small texturing on top of it, and that will just be the end of it. I'm not going to do much on this particular soap, and it will also be prone to soda ash, so I'll spray in some alcohol just to keep it safe. So this is the next day, and we are going to cut. So I said I'll be making some recommendations and some adjustments on how I can do this in future in a better way. So this soap, because of the recipe, one thing also about this recipe is that it's soft. You would think that 60% of hard butters, let's say cocoa butter and shea butter, would make this extremely hard, but it isn't. It is very soft. Unfortunately, I'll be traveling out of where I am for the next 4 days, and I wasn't sure that if I leave this and come back, it will not be too hard for me to not be able to cut it. So I still cut it. Under normal circumstances, I should have left this for at least 48 hours. It would have dried and become a bit more harder, and so cutting would have been easier. You see why I'm saying this when I start to cut. But this is our soap. The blue on top is really beautiful. It's very nice. Okay. I don't even know what I'm going to name this soap. So this is how it looks. It's interesting, but I like it. It's not what I was going for, but I like it. It's okay. I don't know what to name it though. If you have an idea of what name I should give to it. Usually I have papaya soap, I have shea soap, I have coconut soap, I have carrot soap, I have turmeric soap, I have shea honey soap, I have activated charcoal soap. I don't know what this. I can't call this mica soap or color soap or blue soap because it's not really within my niche. So let me know what I should call this particular soap. And do you like the design? I think it's okay. It came out quite nice. Just that it's too soft. If I had left this for another 24 hours, it would have cut so smoothly, and maybe would have appreciated the design a little bit more. But I'll clean it up when I get back, and then I'll just take a short video on that and show it to you as well. We've actually never done a cleaning of soap video or packaging of soap video on this channel, so maybe we'll have to give that a try with this particular soap. Oh, but it's beautiful. I like it. I like the final outcome. What do you think? What do you think about this particular soap? So thank you very much, and then I'll do a short cleaning one and attach it. Thanks for watching.